Well, presumably.
Right, hello. We're at said station once again. Now, last time we were here was for a session. You've not seen that yet, it's not up. But there's a session as well as the 805 vlog, which we did. And this time, it's the first time, well, only the second time that the trams have been featured, because we're going to do every stop on the West Midlands Metro in a day. So I've devised a map, but first we've got to get a train to New Street to then get to Wolverhampton. Right, and here is my ride as far as New Street, but it does carry on to Rugeley. So taking me city centre is 350-251. It's a type 2. This is not a good start to the day, so let's just get this over with. Yeah, it's a ride on a type 2. Let's get the depression over with. Right then, that's Birmingham New Street achieved. So for anyone who was wondering, I am doing today with a West Midlands day tripper, which gives me full access to the bus, the tram and the West Midlands Railway network for only £5.35 as well, so what a result. That's more like it.
Excuse me.
Delays are on every line but ours. This is not going to... This should hopefully go alright, but I'm not getting my hopes up for a smooth journey. But yeah, 11 minutes past 11 is our unit to Wolverhampton. Now, I never actually checked how many carriages this is, so I might have done this wrong. It could be a 350. Wasn't expecting to find an Avero down here. On the 11:21 to Euston is an 805. Let's go and get a picture of the Avero. And it's Miss Stalker 009. It's back. It's not exactly a 7:30. Yeah, I just love it when West Midlands Railway run on time. As per usual, Pendolino in front. So, soon to be in your picture will be Soho Railway Depot, managed by West Midlands Railway, where they store the majority of the Class 730 Venture fleet, as well as the remaining Class 323s and some 350s.
There it is.
Plenty of 730s, a few 323s, including the Pride unit 730-018, and I can see 323-221 in the shed. So then, after a very delayed ride, we're pulling into... Right, maybe I can actually talk now. Yeah, we're running very late, well, 8-9 minutes, finally making it into Wolverhampton, and the Pendolino that stopped us, by the looks of it, is the only thing in. So yeah, let's get on with the trams. Right then, so we've now left Wolverhampton station, and the first tram stop of the day is right there. Yeah, that's a nice little thing just to show where we are, because in the picture right now is Wolverhampton station. It's in zone 4 of the West Midlands Metro, and it has just the one platform, and trams terminate here off of Edgbaston Village, and funnily enough it serves Wolverhampton station. And incoming is our tram off of Edgbaston Village. This is coming in to terminate. Rolling stock number 52. So, let's get on with the venture.
Obviously the driver swap over.
Right then, so, let's go. So we're now on the approach to Wolverhampton bus station. This is going to be the closest we will get to St George's. So as you can see in your picture now, is Wolverhampton bus station, served by Diamond and National Express West Midlands. So,
light here for Wolverhampton bus station.
This is Piper's Row, I'd like to think. Yes, this is Piper's Row. It's got 2 platforms and is also in Zone 4, and you can alight here for the bus station. So our next stop is the Royal. And here we are at the Royal. As I said before, here we are, 2 platforms. Serves the Royal, which is a retail park, and industrial estates. That's about it for the tram stop. So as you can see through the window now, will be the retail park at the Royal. As you can see, Smiths and 2 there. So yeah, on to Priestfield, our first park and ride stop. So, we're now arriving into Priestfield. So, we're now coming into Priestfield, as I mentioned. It's the first park and ride stop on the way to Edgbaston Village. I want to say it has 2 platforms. Yeah, this is Priestfield. And yes, it has 2 platforms.
This stop is Priestfield. Alight here for park and drive.
And there you go. So next up we'll be arriving into the Crescent. So, this is the Crescent.
This stop is the Crescent.
Still in Zone 4. It's 2 platforms. That's about it, to be honest. So, next up will be Bilston Central, which is an interchange for the buses. And here we are coming in at Bilston Central, which I think solely just serves the bus station.
Alight here for Bilston bus station.
I think that's about it here. So next up will be the final stop that's in Zone 4. Specifically, that will be Loxdale. Not 100% sure what's there, so we'll see. So here we are coming into Loxdale. 2 platforms,
This stop is
and it's the
Loxdale.
first one in Zone 3 actually, of the West Midlands Metro. And there's not much here. So we've now completed Zone 3
The next stop
of
is Wheatley
West Midlands Metro,
Alight
and
here for park and drive.
we're coming into the second park and ride stop now, Bradley Lane. 2 platforms, and much like Priestfield, it solely serves as a park and ride stop. Here we are. Yeah, and just like that, we're at Bradley Lane.
This stop is Bradley Lane.
Bradley Lane, I should say.
Alight here for park and ride.
Right, then next up will be Wensbury Parkway, which serves the West Midlands Metro depot. Yeah, Wensbury Parkway to serve the depot. So, be interesting to see that. So we're actually going for back-to-back park and ride stops from Bradley Lane to Wensbury Parkway, which is also an interchange for the buses.
Is Wensbury Parkway.
So
This stop is Wensbury
we
Parkway.
are now at Wensbury Parkway, which
Alight here for park and drive.
is a park and ride stop, and like I mentioned, it also serves the Metro depot. And this is the first one that actually has 3 platforms. Yeah, still in Zone 3. but we'll get a nice shot of the depot. Coming up now in your picture is Wednesbury West Midlands Metro Depot, and that is where we will be next. We've got the washer there, and then most of the other rolling stock in the depot. But we are now coming into Wednesbury Great Western Street, which is an interchange for the buses. Yeah, it's the depot and training academy. 2 platforms. And it is the final stop on zone 3. And we swiftly depart Wednesbury Parkway, and we should be at Great Western Street. There's a nice shot of all the rolling stock down there. I don't think you ever actually realise how many there are until you go past the depot. So once we arrive at our next stop, we will no longer be in zone 3. Now there's the first tunnel of the journey. Here we are, arriving into Black Lake. Zone 3 is the border stop for the 2. So it's the penultimate park and ride. So that's all that's here in Black Lake, just the park and ride. So next up we'll be going to Dudley Street for Guns Village. And I think that's just another intermediate one. And here we are, coming into Dudley Street Tunnel, and there is Dudley Street. So we've got the crossing, and here we are. 2 platforms, first one towards Birmingham in zone 2. So the next stop is Dartmouth Street, which serves as an interchange for the buses. You know, until I was actually planning this video, I never actually realised how many bus interchanges there are on the West Midlands Metro network. So yeah, we're now coming into Dartmouth Street. I mean, there's nothing about local buses on here, but it does say on the map. So next up will be Lodge Road, West Bromwich Town Hall. So we're going to get off at Lodge Road, West Bromwich Town Hall, because I need to stretch my legs. Recurring hamstring issues, so we're going to break the journey here. We're still doing the adventure for the rest of the day, but we're just going to break it quickly at West Brom Town Hall. So, this is the first, after Wolverhampton, this is our first proper intermediate stop that we're actually off at. This is Lodge Road, West Brom Town Hall, 2 platforms. There's not much here.
Arrive on platform 2.
This is nice. We're getting a bit of a crossover because here's one coming into Wolverhampton Station. Rolling stock number 58. And then my tram out of here is also due in 1 minute. It's like a little transport session here. It's coming in to take me to the last stops. It's number 51. small stoppage to break the journey. So now we'll be going out to the next stop. Now I've lost my map along the way, so don't know where we're going next. Yeah, we're going to West Bromwich Central, which is for the bus station. So let's see.
This stop is West Bromwich Central. Alight here for West Bromwich bus station.
I think that's about all that you can alight for here. Move down.
Terminates at Edgbaston Village.
So next stop is Trinity Way. Don't know too much about it, to be honest. Well, here we are coming into Trinity Way.
This stop
2 platforms, zone 2.
Roads loading up for the church, Holy Trinity.
Yeah, 2 platforms, zone 2. That's about it. And the ticket machines don't work. So next up, we will be going. We'll be going to. There we go, Kenrick Park. Then we'll be on to some more familiar territory at the Hawthorns. But first of all, we've got Kenrick Park to deal with. And there's a sign there. And again, the ticket machine doesn't work. 2 platforms, zone 2, waiting shelters, help points. And that's about it. So, that's Kenrick Park done now. In a minute or so, we're going to be running parallel to the Snow Hill line as we go to Hawthorns. So yeah, the Hawthorns, only thing that's missing is the local bus service because we will be running parallel, as I said, to Snow Hill Line station. So it's got park and ride apparently, which can't say I've noticed before, but not exactly going to deny that. So we're coming up to the Hawthorns now, and most likely be running parallel to some 172s. Well, here we are. Here's the tram stop, and then the National Rail Station is to the right here for the Hawthorns. 4 platforms in zone 2, platforms 1 and 2 of the Snow Hill line, and 3 and 4 of the tram. So we're only running parallel to the Snow Hill line temporarily, as next up is Handsworth Booth Street. Never actually been to Handsworth, so it's a venture onto the pastures new for me. So we're now arriving into Handsworth Booth Street. This is a recurring theme now. The ticket machine is broken. 2 platforms, zone 2, and again that's about it. So next stop will be Winton Green Outer Circle. Then we're going on to Soho Benson Road, St Paul's, St Chad's, Broad Street, Corporation Street, Grand Central, Town Hall, Library, Five Ways, Brindley Place and Centenary Square. We've got a yard down there, not 100% sure what, but the track does look rather overgrown. Here we are. It's an island platform actually. This is our first island platform of the day. So Winston Green Outer Circle is in zone 2, 2 platforms, and is for local bus services apparently. So next stop, Soho Benson Road. So we'll shortly be arriving at Soho Benson Road. On the map it doesn't exactly advertise anything like buses, park and ride, no railway obviously, so looks like we're coming into Soho Benson Road. Is it another island platform? I want to say it could be. It could be another island platform. No, it's not.
This stop is Soho Benson.
Zone 2, 2 platforms, as per usual, that's it. So next up for second and last time, for today we'll be running directly parallel to the Snow Hill line, as the next stop will be the Jewellery Court. The Jewellery Quarter.
The next stop is Jewellery Quarter,
which is for bus.
Alight here for local bus services and local and international rail services.
There you go. So we're coming into the Jewellery Quarter now. Another 4 platform stop, as platforms 1 and 2 are Snow Hill line services to Kidderminster, Worcester, Dorridge, Stratford upon Avon, Birmingham Snow Hill and Birmingham Moor Street. And then we've got the tram platforms on the side here. We are still in zones, we're in zones 1 and 2 now, so we're on the border. So next up we will be going into St Paul's, then St Chad's. But first we've got St Paul's. I wonder if we'll be able to get a shot of the abandoned Snow Hill tram stop, which you can see from the station at an angle. Is it an island platform? No, it's not. Can see a 172 though. 2 platforms finally into zone 1, and over on the far side there is a 172 having some engineering work done to it, as you'll be able to see there. So next up, it's just a short ride to St Chad's. So that's the back of Snow Hill there, and here we are at St Chad's. The abandoned Snow Hill platform is just down there. I want to say, I reckon we can see it when we go past. Yeah, I want to say that's the old metro line down there. But here we are on the way to Bull Street next, I think.
Tram terminates at Edgbaston Village.
What was that? St Paul's. I think we're going to Bull Street next. Or is it? Completely forgotten. It might be. There we go, Bull Street next. I mean, yeah, Bull Street is for rail and bus, because you've got Cornwall Row for the buses and Snow Hill for the rail. And also, there you go. And also the buses. So Snow Hill is just down there. So yeah, it's got 2 platforms. It's an island platform, and it's not much here. So yeah, here we go then. Bull Street. Like I said, 2 platforms, one of the few island platforms on the network, which only leaves us with the rest of Zone 1 to do. So next up we're going to Corporation Street, and then we've got Grand Central for Birmingham New Street. But for the minute at least, we've got Corporation Street next. So now here we are at Corporation Street. Two platforms, one on each side. We're well into Zone 1, serves Cherry Street there. Could theoretically serve New Street, but there is a closer stop, which we'll be at next. So this is Corporation Street, one on either side of the road, and there is really nothing here. So like I just mentioned, next up, Grand Central for Birmingham New Street. There's the ramp, which takes you into New Street Station, and that is rammed. That is absolutely rammed down there. So, going down to Stephenson Street just now. Going into Stephenson Street. Then we'll be going along to Victoria Square. So there's Birmingham New Street there. So yeah, 2 platforms. It's got benches, and something I've noticed straight away. Look at the other stop. It's got an old Centro logo on it.
Yeah, I'm sure that
Yeah. So next up is forgotten Victoria Square. So, making our way up the road now. So we're now going around the corner into Victoria Square for Town Hall. So it's a more modern stop, because I believe the extension only opened a few years ago to Edgbaston. So, slightly staggered. Well, as a matter of fact, there is only these small little mini benches on the second platform, and then got full shelter, dot matrix, help points, timetable, prices, everything you need at a stop really. So as we're on the approach to Library in Centenary Square, it comes into your shot now. The Birmingham Library and Centenary Square in general. So as we're coming round the corner, we'll get a better shot off the library in a second or so. There it is. And then there is Centenary Square with things such as the ICC and the Rec. It's also an interchange for the buses. 2 stops, benches at both, dot matrix at both, and then the bus stops at the back. Yeah, a few buses, got a couple of MMCs over there. This is not going to be fun the rest of this. I know I'm just going to get bowled by MMCs all the way up to Five Ways. But we're coming up to Brindley Place, and in particular, there's people there, but I can still point it out, Black Sabbath Bridge there, looking over the canal, and the rest of Brindley Place in general. Here we are then. It's a smaller tram stop than others. It's having some work done to it. There's benches, there's a map, there's dot matrix, and that's it. So as we leave Brindley Place, the next stop will be Five Ways, our penultimate stop of the day. Before, other than Wolverhampton, St George's, I can say we've covered every single West Midlands Metro stop. And we near enough went to St George's anyway, you know, like, considering where we were when we started near the station, we've pretty much done St George's anyway. It's a standard tram stop, 1 stop, all facilities needed. Got bowled by another tram as we're pulling into Five Ways. Now the stop is actually a little bit staggered, as you'll see in a second. Or is it? Actually, no, I'm wrong there. Here is 5 ways, benches, dot matrix, shelters, maps, and that's about it. And finally, to finish up what has been a really good day on the West Midlands Metro, we're passing 5 ways now. We're about to go into the underpass. And then once we've been there, we will be coming out next to Morrison's, meaning we have reached our final destination, Edgbaston Village. So we'll do the full analysis when we get there.
Maybe you're looking on the wrong part of the menu.
And there is Morrison's there, Pizza Hut. So we are at Edgbaston Village. So what we're going to do is we're going to get off the tram. We'll do a final analysis just now. Well, I'm going to take a break, and then we'll come back and do the final analysis in about an hour for me, but 10 seconds for you. Here we are then, Edgbaston Village. Right, time for the final analysis. Right, so finally, one more to do, Edgbaston Village. It's in Zone 1, it has 2 platforms, and facilities are bins, benches, dot matrix boards, maps, and that's about it. So, that's a full day on the West Midlands Metro done, from Wolverhampton Station to the terminus here at Edgbaston Village. I can't do one thing up here without being bowled by a coach. At least it's not Megabus. No one get me started on my hatred for Megabus. That's a future video in itself. So you can see the last tram coming in to take us away now. So, and it's the one in the special pink livery. So, as we finish up for the day, I just want to thank everyone for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, comment and share for future train spots, tram spots, general tram videos like this, and also rolling stock and train reviews. It's a bit of everything. I also have a Train Sim World channel, Train Sim World TV, and a Football Cards channel. But from Edgbaston Village, it's number 44 arrives in, the National Trust livery. We're done.